Hello and welcome to the most analytical GTA 6 channel. Only going to be looking at a few of the screenshots here. This first one is just wildly impressive. I mean, even if you just talk about composition, it's just so HD. Do you know what I mean? How does that work? How is it so HD? I'm excited to see this game and see how it actually looks, because the screenshots, obviously, I'm going to mention this probably a lot throughout. Is there set dressing? Yes. Or is this during cutscenes? Is this during moments and they've just, spun the camera around from the back of the car just to have a look at Brian here? I mean, who knows? I mean, this one, it's been mentioned by everyone basically, but the variation on the bodies in the screenshot is insane, and in the game is kind of amazing. It's kind of way more than we've got previously, and it seems like maybe they've improved upon what they planned for Red Dead 2. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was meant to be more diverse body types there, but what do I know? From the guy on the left who's, absolutely jacked up, and then we got Tubbers McGee searching for gold, and then we got this old guy sunburn. I wonder if that, is that dynamic? Hopefully. That's the wishful thinking in us, I'd like to think so. Sand on the feet. Come on, surely. Look at this screenshot. I like it. This one's nice. Look, we've got Jason Gosling in the background. It's just setting such a high benchmark. Sure, you've got, photo mode in games like Red Dead, obviously another Rockstar game, Cyberpunk, fucking all the others. I couldn't possibly name them because there's so many. Witcher, I just named 2 developers. That's insane. But this feels like such an excellent stylization of real life. Like, it is looking very real because they look human. They look like, people. But then you look at it and I go, that is a video game. But I don't look at it as that's a video game trying to be hyper realistic. It just looks like how it's meant to look. Look at Jason with a beard. There's so many screenshots here where I believe that the characters, I don't know how obvious it is in the rest of them, but the characters vary so much, whether that's Jason, Lucia, whatever, whether that's hairstyles, beards, muscles. It feels like they are telling us, we're sort of going back to the San Andreas style of there's more variation in is this set dressing or is this in a cutscene? Are these 2 people going to start with Cal because he's doing something? Who knows? Again, is this just dynamic, or is this like a little setup by Rockstar being like, look how nice our game looks? I like this screenshot. I like it a lot because I know all about Florida and the surrounding states. I'm fairly sure that Florida is fairly flat or mostly flat, but that's not to say that somewhere like this doesn't exist in whatever Gloriana's supposed to be. I forget what state that's supposed to be, but it's nice to see that there's variation in terrain. I think you need that in a game like this, so you can have different set pieces in these places. You've got the swamps, you've got the city, you've got the beach, you've got the mountains, you've got the industrial place, you've got, I don't know, I don't know enough, but here I am jabbering on. This specific screenshot just screams random event, doesn't it? It just screams it. Like, I feel like if you're just dithering about in the grasslands or whatever, you'll just see a little blip pop up and you'll go, oh shit, look at that. There's some poachers. And then you see the police and you're like, okay. And you can either help the police by stopping the crims, or you can help the crims by stopping the police. Will there be benefits to those? Probably. That's kind of how it worked in GTA 5. It's kind of how it worked in Red Dead. So I can totally imagine that is going to be included again. And I think you'd like to see even more variation in these events. Like, I don't know, I can't think of an example, but maybe the poachers give you a special camo or access to cheaper weapons or something to hunt fucking crocodiles with. Who knows? There's so many possibilities. I think this screenshot does a good job of showing the scale of people versus like the buildings and things. And I mean, this to me, again, it just looks very real. There's a very real kind of vibe about it. From the sign, from just like some of the letters going kind of dim, the truck, it just all feels very cohesive, and you love to see it. Also, that kind of ute vehicle looks cool as fuck. I'm going to say, I'm not a car guy, but looks cool as fuck. I really like this shot. It's got all sorts going on. I mean, there's Crims in the bottom right. There's obviously Jason Cowell and potentially someone else. I can't. Who the hell are you? I wonder how big of a group you can go out with, because obviously in GTA 5 you could go out as 3. But I wonder if you could invite, like, oh yeah, Jason invite Lucia. Lucia invites someone else. Jason invites Cal, and now there's like a group of 4 or 5 of you all dotting about Vice City doing things like basketball. I mean, who knows? That's wishful thinking, maybe. It's a nice thought. This screenshot, I mean, who puts what I'm assuming is a cup of coffee, but a cup of tea on the edge of a balcony? I just think that you're just asking for trouble. You're asking to drop that onto the balcony below. You're asking to drop it onto the terrace. I mean, what are you doing? Seriously, absolutely no regard for the safety of the tea. I want to say with a certain level of certainty that I think these two aren't just random characters. I think these two are going to be in the story, and I hope that they're comical. I hope they're comical. I have no idea about gang culture. I have no idea about Florida culture and how these I'm speaking from, I'm sat in my bedroom in the bloody Midlands. Do you know what I mean? I'm not so much in tune with the whole like gold grills, gold chains. It's just not my style. But maybe these guys are accountants. Do you know what I mean? And we'll just look at one more screenshot here, which is the motorbike gang, the final chapter. Is it The Lost? Sorry, did I just make that up? I mean, look at the variation of the bikes. They've all got, well, no, they don't all have variations of the Leonida plate, but they do. They're kind of different. They're different as well. I mean, that's insane. I hope there's loads of bike customization. Not that I'm a bike guy or a car guy, but, I just hope there's more of it, because it's nice to just mess around and make what you can. I'll just have the trailers going on loop here. I do have high expectations from Rockstar, but as they say, it's because they set the benchmark high. I think I'm not that person who wants 100 RPG elements, real jobs, fuel, intricate banking, or, I'm not even suggesting that we need the ability to rob any house you see. I understand that there's limits to the thing, and we all know about the patents and whatever that they've, what's the word, patented, or the patents they've patented with the whole tags of things. I get that. I'm not expecting to rob any bloody house there is. It'd be cool. I think if Rockstar were to do it, that'd be sweet, but I don't anticipate that's something that'll be in the game. And I'm obviously not that person that'll freak out if they don't include something like that, because they built up the expectation in their head. The reality is the game's going to be pretty good. Like, bare minimum, it's probably going to be a 9 out of 10, isn't it? I mean, Rockstar rarely, if ever, miss. And I imagine that despite the delays and the overreactions from a minority of the population of fans who think they deserve GTA 6 2 years ago and think Rockstar are actively trying to fuck up their fans or whatever, they aren't doing anything specific. They're just delaying the game because they want it to be made. I think, weirdly, Rockstar are probably one of the few companies who, when they say they're delaying a game to make it better, it's not because something is going wrong. It's probably because they are wanting it to be better. Just based off the games they have released, I mean, you don't need to look very far to find them delaying all their games, from GTA 4 to 5 to Red Dead. All of them got delayed. People think there's a pattern. There isn't a pattern. It's just how it is. People love to dissect things like that. I just don't think that's real. Take-Two, Rockstar Games, they're going to make a boatload of money anyway. They know the way to do it is to create that top tier kind of story-driven cinematic action in an open world. It's just the game they've created. It's their thing. Of course, online will obviously take up the rest of the life cycle after, who knows, 6 months, a year, who knows. A nitpick I have that sort of coincides with what a lot of, these YouTubers and other gamers have done, brought Rockstar up on, is how they interpret missions. If it's all on rails, and if you, the player, deviate from that plan, Rockstar will just tell you to 0121 do one, and you'll fail. And that's lame, because if you're playing a game, you want to play the game. You don't want to be constantly told you're failing. I agree that there should, well, not that this has been an opinion I've heard spouted, but I think that there should be at least 80 to 90% less fail conditions. Like, yeah, obviously if I shoot my gun and the police get my wanted level, just fail me, whatever, I messed up. However, if I drive down this road instead of the guided path, don't shit me up and saying, no, you've gone the wrong way. Have the characters say something like, hey dude, where are you taking us? Like, go the right way. And then just guide me back to the path. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know, if you drive for 15 minutes in the wrong way, maybe the game just goes like, what are you playing at? But who's to say? I think GTA 5 was a bit too strong. I think Red Dead was a bit too strong because it's weird and rare that Rockstar actually got worse in that way, I think. Because Red Dead 2 was bad. You can't do anything different in that game, it feels like. You do have to play a very certain way. Otherwise, they just go, no, I don't want to do that. You're not allowed. I'll obviously be one of the, millions playing this day one. I have ideas on how I want to present this kind of playthrough, because obviously I love gaming, I love making videos. However, gameplay videos only make sense to me in kind of a chronological way. I don't know why. I think there's that kind of old school charm of doing playthroughs, thinking like the Rad Brad, thinking of like Captain Sparkles, it's organic, it's kind of on the fly. There's probably, there's 1,000 other examples as well. I don't doubt that there will be thousands of people doing the exact same thing I'm thinking of. I just like the idea of using it as a diary maybe for myself more than anything. Like, I never got to record my first experiences on GTA 4 or GTA 5, and I didn't even do it for Red Dead 2 because that was before uni as well, so I was still at home. Maybe I just didn't feel like it at the time. However, at 27, almost 28, I think I've got it in me. It won't be in 4K 60 frames, and it may not have wonderful insight into game design or be as comedically sound as someone who's been commentating over gameplay for 15 years. However, I feel like that charm I referenced earlier is my goal. I doubt I'll talk through cutscenes. I won't cut out any of the music. I think this is one thing I won't budge on, because I don't want my experience of the game to be changed just because I'm choosing to record and upload it. Anyway, that is enough rambling from me. I hope to be uploading a sort of ceremonial playthrough of GTA 5 soon, and obviously, hopefully, finishing it prior to November 19th. If you're watching this, consider checking out my movie reviews on this channel. They're a bit of fun, it's casual, it's off the cuff. Let's just talk movies.